So, is there anything man-made in the scene from 2001: A Space Odyssey? Sir?
The club.
The what?
The club.
The club. Club's the thigh bone from a taper. He didn't craft it. Future humans will learn how to make it a better club and learn how to make rocks into knives and axes. Good guess, though. Yes?
I was going to say using the bone as a club instead of just as a bone.
That's a technique, and you're right. And that technique is what the monolith is supposed to have taught the ape man. But it's a technique, it's not an item. Anyone else want to hazard a guess? Yep.
I wanted to say like the monolith, but
The monolith would be the logical answer, except it's made by aliens. I know that's a fine distinction, but there it is, yeah. Alien made. Yeah.
The only thing I could think of was the satellite at the end.
And that's at the end, and that's a different scene. That brings us to the year 2001, which is far in the future from when they made this film in 1967. I've been watching this for this reason for 21 years, and I've not found anything in this movie that is in that clip that is man-made. Somebody may at some point come up with something, but I haven't. Now we go to the last movie, Heat, which is set in Los Angeles. And if you've ever been to Los Angeles, you'll appreciate what I'm about to ask. Is there anything natural? Is there anything as it exists in a state of nature in that scene from Heat, the last scene that we saw? And I'm going to roll the dice, and you are number one. Let's see how many people we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Would you like to roll? Thank you. Okay, 4. 1, 2, 3. Sir, anything natural in the scene from 2001: A Space Odyssey?
I said
of Heat.
I said their hair.
Their what?
Their hair.
Their hair. But you will notice that their hair is a lot less messy looking than the hair of the guys in the other films. It's properly conditioned, it's combed, it's styled, it's cut. So the hair is natural, but the way it's presented is man-made in that it's affected. Okay, let's since you just answered, would you please roll? And now you're number one, and we'll just count our way down. 19. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Miss?
Man-made?
Yeah. Anything natural in the scene from Heat in Los Angeles? Same question I just asked.
I would say that the first scene.
Okay. Yeah, that's somewhat natural. In the sense that in the first movie, without language, like animals, we can convey basic things. Loving, fear, I'm going to get you, sucker. Stuff like that. But the finesse of the language that we sculpt with our vocal cords, that's a more recent thing. So that actually would be said man finesse. Does anyone have anything, I'll take a volunteer now, that is natural from that?
Pretty sure there's plants in the background where they're at.
But it's Los Angeles, which is a desert. Which means unless we're talking cacti, on the side of the road where you saw those plants, most of them are watered, product of irrigation. Only in Los Angeles, by the way, would that work where everything is fake. Yes, practically. What?
Dirt.
The dirt is natural, but the way it's sculpted by bulldozers, you could say the moon. But we've been to the moon! Even so. The moon is about the only thing. No, in 2001, we are another animal. In fact, as plant eaters, the tapirs aren't even afraid of us, the little pig creatures. They mess with us. We're eaten by leopards. It still happens, but it's rare. In Heat, we fly like gods. We travel on the surface of the earth at faster than a mile a minute. That was an accurate depiction of driving around 115 miles an hour. I know this because I've done it. And it is, we're clean. Those guys are old men. Those guys were in their 40s when they had that conversation. Whereas the men in the duel were a little younger, but they looked older. because it was a harder lifestyle. That's in the Middle Ages. So we've gone from a world that's practically entirely natural to a world that's practically entirely man-made. That's part of our history. Now, I put the middle scene in there so that you can see where we're going to. What is the conflict about in the first scene? In 2001: A Space Odyssey? What are they fighting over? Say it as a class, because it's pretty obvious. 3, 2, 1.
Resources.
Resources like water. Yep. What are they fighting about in the second one? Does anyone want to take a shot? Yeah.
Dominance.
Dominance and honor. Basically, it's a form of honor. Those two agreed to a duel, and they were going to fight either till one surrendered or to the death. And it was because of a lifetime of fighting with the Robin and the other. The last scene, before I let you go, is resolved by conversation. At the end of the movie, they're going to shoot. But understand, that wasn't a casual conversation. Those guys were sizing each other up for weakness. Everything they said, they were looking for psychological blind spots. Thanks. Have a good day. See you tomorrow. Mr. Stewart, what you should do is just, on the class website, once I give you access to it, look at the lecture from yesterday, and you'll get a sense of it.